Hello, it's me, Meme. For my second video on BookTube and my first video of 2026, I thought that it would be fitting to talk to you about the PopSugar Reading Challenge 2026. If you don't know this challenge, it consists in 40 prompts and 10 bonus that you have to fill to succeed. It's more of a personal challenge, so you don't have to make too many rules for yourself. It's supposed to be fun. I started this challenge for the first time last year, and it was very interesting. It was fun to try to find books that would fit the prompts, preferably from my TBR, and it made me discover books that I would have never picked up otherwise. My rules are that I have to only use one book for one prompt or a novella. I can't use one book for several prompts, and also I allow myself to use books that I have started the year before, as long as I finish them this year. I am now going to read you every prompt and tell you what I have chosen for them. Of course, it's not a fixed list. I can still think about it. And for that I'm gonna use the StoryGraph app. There is already a challenge page, and so some of the books I have chosen myself, and some were already listed by other persons participating. And so if you have to excuse me if you think that it doesn't fit the prompt, because I haven't read them, of course. And don't hesitate to tell me if you have ideas, because for some you will see that I don't have many. So let's begin. Number 1. A book where gardening or a garden is central to the plot. I have a few options for this one. I always wanted to read The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, so it's a classic that needs to be read. I also have Beatrix Potter Gardening Life, which always seemed interesting to me. For number 2, a book that features a platonic friendship between a man and a woman. So once again, for this one I'm not sure, but it was proposed Enlightenment by Sarah Perry. You can tell me if it fits or not. Third one, a book you meant to read in 2025. For this, obviously, everything could work, so I have a lot of options I haven't chosen yet. Number 4, a book that starts with the letter Z. This is difficult. I really don't have a lot of idea. There is a book about Zelda Fitzgerald that seems interesting, but I don't know if it would be interesting enough to take a lot of time to read it. Number 5, a book about a woman astronaut. I have to read Orbital by Samantha Harvey for 2 years, since it won the Booker Prize, so I probably will read this. As an other option, I also have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but I don't know, I will maybe keep this one for another prompt. Number 6, a book with an overweight main character whose story isn't about losing weight. It was proposed Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. I have never read anything about her, but I heard she is a popular author and the story was quite interesting. And also, I mean, this cover, amazing. Number 7, a book about a granny hobby. I have a lot of options for this one because, as you can see with my name, Meme, which means grandma in French, sorry. I have kind of grandma hobbies myself. For this one, I have Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. Sorry, I hope I'm saying this right. I don't really know if it will fit, but it's on my TBR. And the second one that I really want to read this year is The Correspondent by Virginia Evans, which is also one that I really wanted to read already last year. Number 8, a book about a sexless marriage. This one is on my... Sorry, book falling. This one is on my TBR for many years now, since the movie was made, and it's on Chesil Beach by Ian McEwan. I also really love this author. I read from him Atonement, and it was very, very good. Number 9, a book with a type C character. I had to look for the definition of type C, but I think that I see pretty much what it means. And I still have to read The Last Stephen King, which is my favorite author. I love everything that he does, and it's Never Flinch. And I think that Holly Gibney would be a very type C character. Number 10, a book about a horse or with a horse on the cover. For this one, I don't have it yet, but I was thinking of reading the number 2 of The Sword Soldier, which is What Feast at Night, because there is a horse on the cover, and I am planning to read the first one for another point. Number 11, a book with a dad as a primary caregiver. I want to read East of Eden for a long time now, and it's kind of intimidating, but I think that I'm gonna try it. I don't have with me, it's in my room, but I will put a picture so you can see which cover I have. Number 12, a book with pop or sugar in the title. So you're gonna tell me if it's cheating, but there's Pop, The Pop You Are by L.F. Kwong that I also want to read for a long time now. I have loved Yellow Face, so I think that I'm gonna go with this one. Number 13, a book featuring a character with a hidden past. I think for this one a lot can work, but from what I have in my TBR, I have The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. Once again, this cover. Another Ian McEwan book, What We Can Know, that just was released last a few months ago, I think. And there is also Mexican Gothic that I wanted to read, but I don't have it, so maybe I would try to prioritize my physical TBR for once. Number 14, a book set in Michigan, written by an author from Michigan. This one is not as easy as I expected. Maybe Tom Lake by Anne Pratchett, which always interested me, but I don't know if it's really fit. I will see. Prompt number 15, a book about new beginnings. Once again, it could be a lot of things, but I saw in the list one book that I want to read also for a few years, but it's also intimidating, but not because of the writing like of East of Eden, but because of the size. It's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, and yes, I don't know if it's possible for me to read such a big book with all the other ones that I have to read. So we will see about this one. Number 16, a book less than 260 pages. Once again, out of option, but one that I meant to read for the challenge last year, and then I ended up not reading it. Is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. It's a good option, I think. Number 17, a book about your favorite event in the Winter Olympics. I'm not a very sport person, so I don't really know a lot about the Olympics, but I think that Bear Turn from Frederick Backman would work for this one. 18, a love story that defies social boundaries. Romance is not really my cup of tea, as you could say, but I want to reread. It's maybe my first reread from this year. Yes, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, because I already read it in French, but this time I wanted to read it in the real version. 19. A book about teen angst. Lot of things I could read for that. I don't have them here, but maybe Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. I read another one from him last year and it was entertaining. Or My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. It's kind of a retelling of Lolita, I think, and I want to read it for a few years also. Number 20, a book with characters who does Pilates or Lagui. I don't know what Lagui is, but I think it's kind of Pilates. And I don't have a lot of options for this one, and I thought that someone had it, a book that I am already reading this year, I mean in 2025, and it's Never Whistle at Night. It's an anthology of short stories written by indigenous people, and it's dark fiction. It's very good, and if I can use it for a prompt, it would be very perfect. Number 21. I feel like I'm doing bingo. A book about a bachelorette trip. Here I have two options: The Guest List by Lucy Foley, or In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. Sorry, difficult for me to say. Number 22, a book about a book club. I have a few ideas, but one that I want to read for a few years now is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Annie Barrows and Marianne Schaffer. Because I want to read I want to see the movie, and I can't see the movie if I haven't read the book yet. Maybe you will like me. Number 23, a book you were hoping would fit into a prompt but doesn't. I think I would just put whatever I can't put in something else. I will see. Number 24, a book about postpartum. I already have on my Kindle Die My Love by Ariana Harwicks. Sorry. And also one that seemed interesting is A Life's Work from Rachel Cusk. I really want to read a book from Rachel Cusk this year because I keep hearing about her. I feel like it's a void in my reading. Number 25, a book that explores influencer culture. I'm so sorry. Are very difficult for me from French. For this one, I have another one from Lisa Joel, and it's None of This is True. I think it's about a podcaster, so I guess it's work. Number 26, a book with a character who navigates infertility. That's not a category that really interests me, because I think it could be very depressing, but it's a challenge. So for that, I want to read for a long time Middlemarch from George Eliot. Apparently it works for the prompt. I don't know, you could tell me. And another option would be Fading Grace by Loretta Rothschild. I don't know either if it would work, but tell me please. Number 27, a book with a character who has curly hair. This is quite an easy one because pretty much everything could work, but I would really want to read Cursed Daughter by Oyinkan Braithwaite. And once again, I was completely taken by the cover. It's just beautiful. Number 28, a book about debt. I read last year a book by S.A. Cosby, and I really liked it, and so I was thinking maybe about My Darkest Prayer from him. That would be interesting to read something else from him. And also, I think that Margot's Got Money Troubles by Woofy Taupe could work. Number 29, a book that takes place during harvesting season. I think that this one is going to be easy because I really like autumn. It's my favorite season. I have a lot of options. But in my more recent TBR, I have The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I still have to read something from her, and this could be a good pick. Number 30, A Travel Ghost Story. I was not very sure what that meant, so I was checking what other people had put in, and from what I have in my list, I have What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, which is the first one from the Sworn Soldier that I was talking about for the host prompt. I'm definitely going to read this one this year, but I don't know if I will use it for this prompt or another that's come a little after. And also I have The Warm Hands of Ghost by Katherine Arden, which I also discovered last year. It was a children's book, but I really liked it. It didn't feel too childish for me, so I would like to read something else from her. Number 31, a book that makes you feel FOMO. I don't really see how this could work with a book, but maybe I'm not young enough to know exactly what FOMO means. I feel like it's something that everyone is reading and that you want to read as well. So once again, maybe Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I feel like everyone is talking about it. And another one that I also have to read for a few years, it's Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. It also can work for another prompt later. Number 32, a book with an underwater civilization. This is the more difficult for me. If you have an idea, please tell me, because I really don't see what I'm going to choose. I don't want to read The Little Mermaid. I once read Ondine, which is kind of the story that inspired it, but I already have read it, so I don't know. Help me with this one, please. Number 33, a book about college. Once again, a lot of options for this one. I have here another R.F. Kuang, Catabasis, which was just released, and look at this edge. I really want to read it this year. Also, there is Bunny by Maura Awad, which I heard a lot about. I think also could very well work. Number 34, a book with a trans or non-binary protagonist. I am pretty sure that I'm going to use What Moves the Dead from T. Kingfisher for this one, because the other one is still Piranesi, and I don't know which one I'm going to choose for which prompt. Sorry, there is a lot of which. Number 35, a book that makes you want to travel to Italy. This one is easy and difficult at the same time, because there is a lot of options, but I don't really know what I'm going to choose. I still have the last book of the Napolitan Quartet by Elena Ferrante that I haven't read, so maybe this one or another one from her, or really anything that's happened in Italy. There's so much, because I love that country. So I will see about that. Number 36, a book about a mob. Fiction or non-fiction? This one again, I really don't know what I'm going to read. It's also happening in Italy, but I have Gomorrah. I am forgetting the author right now, but I will put it here probably. Maybe this one, but once again, if you have an idea for this one, it would be helpful. Number 37, a book about a pop star. Not very inspired by this one either. I was maybe thinking about Famous from Blake Crouch, but I think he's more of a movie star, so I don't know if it's really working or if it's kind of cheating. But maybe I will still read this one because I really want to. I will see. Number 38, a book with any type of fruit on the cover or in the title. I have chosen this one and I'm going to stick with it. It's The Anthropologist by Aysegul Savas. I admit I have already read the beginning and it's very, very good. There are a lot of highlighting in this book already. 39, a book with a character who won the marathon. I don't have a lot of idea for this one. I have read last year Elevation by Stephen King, so I can't use it again. I still have to do a little of homework for the 39. And the last one from the main prompts is 40, a book outside your comfort zone. I really want to read Endurance from Alfred Lansing. It's out of my comfort zone because it's the only non-fiction from the whole list. It's not my favorite thing, but this one was very interesting. I discovered it on the channel of Read with Wiz. You will maybe hear me talk a lot about a channel because it's my favorite right now, and she made it sound very interesting. I will put a link from a channel in the description. And because 40 books is not enough to read in 1 year, you have the bonus. It's 10 more that you have to do if you really want to do the whole thing, but it's not so important for me. I think I'm going to try to do the main prompts, and if I still have time, I will maybe do the bonus. And you will see that I have less ideas for them, so sorry. I will maybe update you during the years if I have more ideas. The number 1 is of the bonus is a book in a different format that you usually read: physical, audio, ebook. It's quite kind of easy because I am already doing the 3. Most of all I will usually read physical books, but I also have like a quarter of my reading doing on my Kindle, and I always have an audiobook in my car when I'm driving, so I guess if I have to choose, maybe that the audiobook is the one that I have the least in amount of books, in percentage. I don't know if it's clear what I'm saying, but I think I will go for an ebook, so very easy for this one. 42, a book inspired by a real song, album, band, or artist. I tried to read a book about Johnny Cash a few years ago, so if I really have time, I could try to pick that up again. There is also kind of a biography of Bruce Springsteen that seems interesting, but I don't know if I will have time for such long books. Number 43, and third bonus, 2 books written by real-life partners or spouse, and it's actually 43 and 44 because the next one is the same. If I have to choose something for this one, I think I will go for a Sylvia Plath book because I never read one, so maybe The Bell Jar. I think it's her most famous. And so her husband was also a writer. His name was Ted Hughes. So maybe something from them, but once again, not my priority for this challenge. Number 45, a book that features birding. It's quite interesting for me because I like everything nature and animals. One that I might read is Migration by So it's Katherine Arden. I would give you the full name. Sorry, I have a blank. It's one that I just bought, and it would be quite fitting, I think. Number 46, Sapphic Comedy. Maybe the first of the Heartstopper series. I have watched it on Netflix, but I have never read the comic book, so this could be quite easy. And number 47, a book told entirely through letters. Here it is. I think that the correspondent would also work for these poems. I think it's epistolary novel. Does this word exist in English? I don't know. But yes, it's made entirely of letters. 48, a book with a shadow daddy. Not really my cup of tea either. I think it's more like dark romance. It would be probably the last one that I would do if I have to do a bonus. Number 49, a book with a mention of your zodiac sign. I'm a Scorpio, but I don't know if there's a lot of books with this in the title, or maybe if it's in the entire book that could work, but I don't know. And the last one is 50. It's a book about Afrofuturism. Yes, that's the word. And it kind of is a very nice one because I just wanted to read a book by Octavia Butler, and I chose Dawn, which I think it's a reimpression, of course, because it has quite a few years. And yeah, I would really like to read this one, and I might read it even if it wasn't in the challenge. I would like to read it. Book falling again. I have to change my system. Sorry. I hope that this video has helped you if you are looking for ideas for the prompt of this year. Let me know if you would like to see some kind of an update during the year to see what I have already read, or if I had more ideas. Of course, please give me more ideas from yourself. And yeah, as I was saying, it's really more about having fun, about reading what you want. You don't have to absolutely make yourself read something that you really hate just to fit a prompt. I think it's already possible to go around, even find some short story or a novella that could fit. For example, last year there was a prompt about a food truck. Not really something that I would find interesting, but I ended up reading a short story of 30 pages, and it works. It's not cheating if it's in your rules and if it's what you want to do. I will leave you my information for my StoryGraph account if you want to join. And if you are interested in the challenge that I am following, it's called PopSugar 2026, and it's hosted by She Loves to Read. Yes, it's just that. And you can join the challenge. It would be quite fun. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and keep reading.